Well, anyway, let's talk about a different subject, and we're going to talk about banking and lending with Gerry Nadeau. He is the Executive Vice President in charge of commercial banking at Rockland Trust. Gerry, how are you doing? Gerry, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can. We just had a little technical problem there, but we got you now. Gerry, what's the commercial lending landscape? You guys, not Rockland Trust, but the banking industry in general really kind of shut down back in 2008, and there wasn't a lot of money to be loaned back in those days. What's it look like now?
Yeah, I think it has changed. There's a lot of new smaller banks and credit unions that have entered commercial lending, both here in Massachusetts and other states. You've seen a renewed focus by some of the larger banks. So clearly, I think today there's a lot more loan dollars looking for a home. And I think that's positive for our economy.
I've talked to guys that are bankers, and I talked to one fellow. He was the president of a bank, and he said, I've got half a dozen loan officers, and with the amount of demand for loans, I only need one. But he didn't want to fire the guys because he said he might need them eventually. But he said loan demand wasn't there. Is that consistent with what you see?
Well, I'm not sure it's completely true. We are seeing an increase in demand in certain pockets of our economy. Mm-hmm. It is still very soft, but there's, for example, in residential building, we're starting to see a real push there where there's a demand out there for new homes.
Yep.
And very little available. So there is pockets where I think there is demand.
What about geographically? Are some parts of New England better than others?
Well, I mean, certainly Boston. I think Boston is probably one of the leading states in the nation for new construction activity. All you have to do is drive into the city and see the cranes. A lot of the activity is being driven in the Seaport District by some of the new apartment projects and some renewed interest in the traditional financial district. So Boston's very strong. I think we're starting to see some of the more close-in suburban towns, again, housing-driven first, where you're seeing tear-downs, where you're seeing old, tired homes being torn down, new ones being built.
Right.
So, yes, there is some positive change near the city.
What kind of lending do you guys specialize in? Do you do, like, condo developments, apartment buildings, private residence? Like, what's your specialty?
Well, we really do all of the above. We are true generalists. So we see a little bit of everything. So it's a wide breadth, both on real estate, non-real estate, everything from healthcare to construction lending to the seafood industry. Mm-hmm.
So you're kind of all over the place then. And how many branches do you guys have now, Rockland Trust?
Nearly 90.
90. Well, are you publicly traded or private? We
are publicly traded under INDB, which trades on NASDAQ.
So what do the trends look like going forward in commercial lending? Is it all fixed rate loans? Say you have a businessman who is running a plumbing operation. He wants to buy the building where he's running his business out of. Do you guys make loans like that?
Yes, we do.
And what kind of rates do you have to pay? Like, how do the rates on commercial loans differ? Because I just did a commercial for a home loan, and the rate was like 2.99% for 15 years. How do the rates differ on commercial loans when compared to home loans?
Right. The intervention by the Fed with the quantitative easing that they're doing has dramatically altered the pricing on home loans. Yeah. Commercial loans are a bit higher. Today, probably you're seeing on the average 5-year commercial fixed-rate loan somewhere between 4 and 4 1/4 for that plumber you just mentioned. They're looking to buy his shop, somewhere in that vicinity.
Okay. All right. Well, Gerry, I wish you best of luck this year. Thanks for joining us.
Well, anytime. Take care.
Gerry Nadeau, Executive Vice President in charge of commercial banking at Rockland Trust. Sounds like they're still making a few loans. And unlike a lot of the bigger banks, they're out there rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
So
gotta love that.